The average college tuition jumped 8.5% this year, and now the cost to repay student loans is also set to increase. Deanna LeBlanc has that story.
Paying for college has never been easy, but now interest rates on student loans could make it even tougher.
Just all of it together is it's imposing. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to continue going to school here. I really don't, and that is terrible.
4 years ago, Congress passed a bill which steadily lowered the interest rate of Stafford-subsidized student loans from 6% to 3.4%. But now that act is set to expire, and unless Congress does something about it, interest rates for Stafford-subsidized loans borrowed after July 1st of this year will jump to 6.8%.
My goal is to go down there and try to be a voice of reason and find a way to get this done.
Congressman Peter Welch is co-sponsoring a bill that would freeze the interest rates permanently at 3.4%. But the time is ticking. The current rates expire June 30th.
This is a solvable problem, and Congress owes it to these families, to these students, to get it done.
Now, if you borrowed the maximum you can for a Stafford-subsidized loan, that would be $23,000. And with this new interest rate, you'd be looking at an extra $5,000 out of pocket. Many students tell me that's a daunting number when the cost of college tuition is already on the rise, and many are having a hard time finding a job upon graduation.
It makes it more nerve-wracking because everyone's already nervous about just finding a job after you graduate, so it's just like it'd be that much longer before you could pay your loans back, which is obviously something that everyone's worried about already.
But Marie Johnson, Director of Financial Services at UVM, says when choosing a school, many families don't put enough focus on the cost of college their kids will incur after graduation.
They're making the decision of where to go to school and figure out how to pay for it later.
She says instead, students should look at the potential income of their career choice and determine how much of their monthly income will and can go to loan repayments before committing to a college.
No, the reality is the conversations that we're having are not how are they going to repay their loans. We'd like to have more of those conversations. I think it's a really important part when people are deciding between colleges, making the right financial fit as well as the academic fit.
For the nearly 8 million Americans receiving the Stafford-subsidized student loan, it can be both a benefit and a burden. Deanna LeBlanc, Channel 3 News, Burlington.
And Deanna says if you opted for a 20-year repayment plan, you could face up to $11,000 extra in interest if the rates increase to 6.8%.
Tonight, a final campaign